best of luck. Speaking of wishing people the best of luck, I did have a MyPillow once, and it was very lumpy, and it was very uncomfortable, and I gave it away to somebody else because I didn't like it. Numchuck, have you ever had a MyPillow before?
Probably. I'm not sure.
So, if you don't remember it, it must have not been that comfortable. No, it was just another pillow, right? You know, like if you stay at, like, all due respect to Circus or some of these hotels where you can get a room for like $19, and you wake up in the morning and your neck is just so stiff.
Horrible.
You know, I mean, that's the one thing. That's the one thing on my body when I wake up in the morning that I don't want to be stiff is my neck, if you know what I'm saying. And yes, that's a MyPillow. They're not very comfortable. And they're lumpy. Anyway, the reason why we're talking about Mr. Mike Lindell, who seems like a very sane human being, by the way, very sane. His story of, cocaine addict to rich pillow pitchman to Trump fanboy and election liar seems to have taken a new turn, ladies and gentlemen. Lindell lost his cool during a series of legal depositions recently. Notice all these MAGA morons, now they're having all these legal troubles. Well, maybe you shouldn't lie for a living to try to make money, because that's what Mike Lindell is. He's a snake oil salesman. We know that for a fact based on his history. He was yelling, swearing, calling lawyers names, banging his fist on the table, repeatedly slamming down a pile of legal documents during this deposition he gave, defending himself in a defamation lawsuit. If you don't know who Eric Coomer is, he's the former director of product strategy at the Security for Dominion Voting Systems. We all know that all these idiots on Fox News and the Mike Lindells of the world claimed that Dominion voting machines were hacked into, and that's how Donald Trump won the 2020 election. We know the $800 million plus lawsuit that Fox News had to pay out Dominion because they're liars, just like Mike Lindell was a liar. But this audio, I got to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, is hilarious. So there's a moment here where the attorney in this deposition uses the term lumpy pillows, and Mike Lindell just loses his mind, and it is absolutely hilarious, and it is radio gold, and I'm going to play it for you right now because this guy is unhinged. Have a listen to this.
And I'm not asking about the lumpy pillow calls.
No, they're not lumpy pillows. That's not what they call on. Okay? When you say lumpy pillows, now you're an you got that? You're an is what you are. No, he's an ambulance chasing that's what you are. Lumpy pillows, kiss my put that in your book. No, they answer anything, any problem customer that wants to reach Mike Lindell. Those are the ones. I want to talk to Mike Lindell. I want to talk to Mike Lindell. They send them to here and they go, or they call about maybe they didn't get their pillow on time because of the FedEx or whatever. Well, we'll cover them even though it could be somebody else's fault. Nobody called because of a lumpy pillow.
I did.
But good one though.
Done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Stop it for a second.
What I'm saying.
Obviously, you don't have a MyPillow.
Obviously, you don't have a MyPillow. I'm one of those people. I called in. I was angry about the lumpy pillows. This guy is unhinged. He has lost his freaking mind. Hilarious, though, that the lawyer was just trying to make a point. Hey, we're not going to talk about lumpy pillows or customers that complained. People complain about his pillows all the time. But this guy is unhinged. All right, we have to continue this now because it's extremely entertaining. Go ahead.
I have a MyPillow, too. You don't, do you?
What I'm saying is, Mr. Lindell.
Oh, go ahead. No, I'm pissed.
I understand.
Yeah, go. When you're saying what?
Do you need to take a break?
No, I don't need to take a break.
Here's what I'm asking.
Your lumpy pillow question kind of set a nerve. Because obviously, just like your question in here, Mike's in your little complaint, Mike's frivolous cyber symposium, this whole case is frivolous. You should be ashamed of yourself. But go ahead. Finish your question on this and try not to talk about, get personal and badmouth my employees or my pillows or anything like that.
Your pillows suck.
Go ahead.
I haven't said a single word about your employees, and I don't own one of your pillows.
You attacked them. You were part of this. You're getting paid on consignment. You get paid if they get money from my employees. Yes, you have attacked them. You personally did this with Newsmax. You, and I called it right out, the criminal lawyers and Coomer, when you guys did this.
Why does he keep pounding the table?
The dumbest question of the week. do I think they played a role. Of course they did. And not only sue me for billions here, now you got to double down and do it some more. But I guess you all lawyers, the administration lawyers, you all need a piece of the pie. I get that. You know, that's nice.
They all want a piece of the pie. This guy is unhinged. His anger, by the way, he put himself in this position with his comments about Dominion voting machines. When you are lying, and let me be very clear on this, Mike Lindell is actually smarter than some people think. Just like Donald Trump, he knows that Donald Trump lost the 2020 election. So many of you might be saying, well, Brian, if that's the case, then why has he been on this tour of saying Trump won? I'll tell you why. Very simple reason. If you look at any of these ridiculous symposiums that he's done about election integrity, and by the way, he's shown no proof that there was any widespread voter fraud. But if you look at all these symposiums, all these interviews he's done, he's always promoting his pillows. Even at the symposiums, they're selling products. They're promoting his pillows. It's free advertising for his crappy, lumpy pillows. That's why he's done this since day one. He's done this since day one so he can get the free advertising, so he could make money. Now, certainly it's going to backfire on him, and it already is, because he's lost some lawsuits already, and he's going to continue to lose more like this one because he lied about the Dominion voting machines. Look at all the press that Mike Lindell has received for free since Donald Trump became president of the United States. He's all over the television. He's more of a household name now than he ever has been. Now, for the wrong reasons, but he's done it to make money. Very similar to Donald Trump on a larger scale. Donald Trump knows he lost the 2020 election. Now, he will never admit that, but he knows it. Donald Trump has literally made hundreds of millions of dollars from idiots out there that have donated to him after he lost the election and said he needed donations to fight voter fraud and the stolen election. He literally received upwards of $300 million in donations from people that are all very stupid in this country. And he was able to keep, if memory serves me right, the laws are 80% of that to do whatever he wants to do with it. Of the $300 million and more that he received, it was documented that he only spent about $5 million of that $300+ million on legal fees in challenging the election after he lost over 60 times in court. The rest of the money he was able to keep himself. And there are dumb people across America. My husband, he donated our life savings. Our kid was going to go to college. Well, then you're an idiot. You're a dumbass and you deserve it. Anybody who would donate to this guy is dumb as a doornail. Dumb as a doornail. I say that and it rings true today. Donald Trump did one thing very well. He exposed how stupid people are in this country. Mike Lindell has done the exact same thing. Mike Lindell doesn't truly believe that Donald Trump won the election. He said these things about Dominion, and he's been saying these things constantly about how the election was stolen to promote his pillows. It's going to backfire on him, but we get into more now into this deposition. It's almost impossible to do a deposition with Mike Lindell because he's insulting you, he's calling you names, and he's not answering the questions. But I am going to try to play a little bit more from you because it is very entertaining. Here we go.
Non-responsive. Let me explain a few more things to you.
What?
Let me explain a few more things to you.
Mm-hmm.
Have you given a deposition before like this?
I've given a ton of depositions.
Okay, so you understand the process somewhat.
Mm-hmm. Sure do.
Okay. When I ask you a question, you need to do your best to respond only to my question.
You're going to arrest me? I'll say whatever I want, and if we have extra, that's do that. There's no rule that says I can't give a full answer. So, I'm telling you the rules. Have you ever been in a deposition where they can't stand who you are? Have you?
A lot more than you, sir.
Okay, good. Keep going. Don't tell me about my depositions. You're not my boss. You're just some frivolous lawyer in here, and you bring in this frivolous case to me, and especially against a company that had nothing to do with anything. You're disgusting.
All right, stop it for a second.
Going.
This is what a moron Mike Lindell is. You made statements. You're the CEO of MyPillow. You made statements. This isn't a frivolous lawsuit that were lies about Dominion. Was it a frivolous lawsuit against Fox News? No. That's why Fox News settled and paid them over $800 million. You own MyPillow. You're the CEO. This is where you make most of your money. Everything Mike Lindell just said is a lie.
I feel like you need to be pounding on the desk.
Why does he keep doing that? He's unhinged. He keeps pounding his fist on the table. It's mesmerizing. I'm surprised he didn't break his wrist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why doesn't he punch his pillow? What they should do is they should give him a lumpy MyPillow on the table.
Should be a desk of pillows.
Right, so that when he gets angry and he punches the table, he punches that lumpy pillow.
And it might break it down and make
and then
it an actual pillow.
And then cocaine and drugs start flying out of the pillow. That would be a dream come true. Anyway, go ahead.
I want you to understand another thing.
What's that?
This case is pending in federal court.
I don't
in Colorado.
care. What does that have to do with anything?
Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. There's a federal judge that's going to likely be reading and watching this deposition.
I don't
care. You
care.
understand that?
I don't care. She should have dismissed this a long time ago. She hasn't ruled on that. There's a problem. I got a problem with her too.
Okay. The judge has practice standards on how.
No, the judge did not dismiss this case. We put in to get it dismissed, and she ruled an unfair ruling saying, well, go ahead and do discovery and waste all your time while I'm sitting there not doing nothing. That's what that judge is doing. So don't tell me what the judge is doing, and you just let me worry about the judge reading this, okay?
I just want you to understand that.
No, you just don't worry about me. You're not out for my benefit, okay?
No, he's not.
He's out for my benefit, not you.
That's true.
So you can don't worry if I say something that offends the judge, okay? You just let me worry about that. You got that?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, good. Keep going.
The reason I bring that up, sir, is if the judge is not pleased with your conduct in this deposition, there may be penalties associated
Okay, good.
with
You tell her. You go ahead. And you thank you for your worrying about old Mike. You're really that's great. It seems like you bring a frivolous case up. You really have my back. Go ahead. Keep going. That judge, you put this in the record, that judge, it's a big problem I got. If someone didn't have the money or time to sit through this garbage, when I put into her summary judgment last summer and she hasn't ruled on it, either say yay or nay. It's disgusting.
Stop it for
It's
a second.
disgusting to our country.
No, Mike. You're disgusting for our country. I will agree with Mike Lindell on this. I will side with him on this. He's right when he says this attorney is definitely not on his side. He's right. This attorney wants to squeeze out every dollar out of the douchebag, Mike Lindell. He wants to take every dollar from this guy. And by the way, I don't blame him one bit. Take every cent and take every dollar from this snake oil salesman douchebag who has been lying about the election, and his pillows suck. All right, let's continue here. Go ahead.
And she hasn't ruled on it, either say yay or nay. It's disgusting. It's disgusting to our country that she couldn't make a ruling. Go ahead and do deposition. If it was some guy that didn't have money, you would put them under just in this garbage. Wasting my day, wasting my time. But think if it was someone on the street. Don't you care about people? This is disgusting. This judge should have ruled a long time ago that you're yay or nay, frivolous or not. But she didn't. She said, go ahead and do discovery while I sit and decide what I'm going to do. That's disgusting. I got no problem with you on that. I got a problem with the judge not making a ruling. So there. Now go ahead. Now that the judge has that on record, now you don't have to worry about what me and the judge think of each other.
Sounds like Alex Jones.
Objection, non-responsive. Here's another thing that I need you to know, Mr. Lindell. If the court determines that you're not being responsive or acting in good faith today, we may have to come back and do this some more. And I want you to understand that.
Oh, I got that.
And if that's the
I hope
case,
that happens.
I will be asking for attorney's fees and costs for
You
us
will,
to do it.
I'm
again.
already asking for them. I might just come after you guys for the most frivolous case ever when this is done. If there's a way to sue you, believe me, I'm doing it.
Okay.
Okay, just so you know that, beyond anything you've ever seen. So be prepared.
Mike Lindell's going to screw you with one of his pillows.
Committed to being polite and professional.
Okay,
today.
go ahead. We're getting through that. Now you know where I sit. Let's get on with it.
Okay.
Radio gold, man. Absolute radio gold. This guy, you notice how all these Trumpers, all they do is trash judges. Do you notice that? All these Trumpers, it could be Rudy Giuliani, it could be Mike Lindell, it could be Donald Trump himself. They're the ones that are going after the judges because when they're guilty and they know they're guilty and they know they're in a lot of trouble, their only defense is going after the prosecutors, going after the judges, going after all the attorneys. I mean, really. Because they have nothing else to go on. This is such an open and closed case. Mike Lindell did what Fox News did. He went after the Dominion voting machines. He lied and knowingly lied about the Dominion voting machines. Because when you say an election was stolen from, say, Dominion voting machines, and you have no real evidence to back that up, then you suffer through what Fox News has and what now Mike Lindell is going through, which is a lawsuit for defamation. And Mike Lindell is going to have to cough up a lot of money. And when it's all said and done, he might lose his MyPillow business. Quite frankly, I hope he does, because he's a despicable human being. And he wants to talk about this lawsuit being bad for the country. No, he's bad for the country. I do have a gift for you, though, ladies and gentlemen, because we have a little mix song. It's what I called it is I called it the Lumpy Pillow Mix, where we took a little excerpts from this deposition, which is radio gold. You can listen to the whole thing. I just don't have time to play the whole thing today. I got to get to other stuff. It's very entertaining. I watched it last night, and I could not stop laughing. My face hurt from laughing so hard. So here's a little 30-second Lumpy Pillow Mix brought to you by Mike Lindell himself. Have a listen to this.
Lumpy pillow, kiss my ass. Lumpy pillow, lumpy pillow, lumpy pillow, kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. Lumpy pillow, kiss my ass. Lumpy pillow, lumpy pillow, lumpy pillow, kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. Lumpy pillow.
What I'm saying.
Obviously, you don't have a MyPillow too. You don't, do you?
Lumpy Pillow. Kiss my ass. Come on, help me out here. Lumpy Pillow.
Kiss my ass.
Lumpy Pillow.
Kiss my ass.
Hey, listen, I'm not a record producer. I've never been in the music business before, but I'll give you my opinion. That is a #1 hit. I'm just telling you, it's got a nice ring to it, literally. It's very catchy. You know, we all know who Mike Lindell is, right? It's very catchy, right?
Super catchy.
It's very catchy. It gets me going. It gets my blood flowing, you know? Maybe I could use it for Viagra. I don't know. It gets me going, you know? Listen to that. It's genius. I think Mike Lindell should be creating his own music. And I'm sorry. I think that's a smash hit. I think it's a smash hit. I think we should play it every show. And I think Mike Lindell should change his occupation from cocaine addict, pillow owner, to musician. DJ, I don't know. We could call him DJ Lumpy Pillow. I think that has a nice ring to it, don't you think? I don't know. Anyway, we'll continue to monitor this deposition. I have a feeling that Mike Lindell is going to be called back because he really didn't answer any of the questions that were asked him. And it is quite funny, ladies and gentlemen. I don't feel bad for Mike Lindell at all. No, I don't. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, I love this song. I blasted it. Make it louder. Yeah. Is that as loud as it can go?
Kiss my ass. Lumpy pillow, kiss my ass.